We're back at the beach.
And it's absolutely beautiful today.
Yes, it is. And we're going to do another beach talk. And this time, we're going to talk about goals.
Yeah, so goals are basically, to me, a want or a desire that you're willing to put some action to in order to get. So.
Yeah, it's so often, I know for us, and maybe for you, there are things that are in the background in our minds, just kind of in the periphery, those things that we think about that we'd like or want.
But yeah, until you actually are willing to put action to it, it's probably just going to stay there and not going to happen. So if you are willing to make it a goal and set some steps to actually achieve that want or desire, then you'll probably get there, or at least close.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the process and the steps. I mean, I don't know, whatever your goal is, you know, if you want to write a book, write a synopsis, write a page, write something about it. If you want to meet somebody, put yourself where you would like to meet that person, doing what you like to do or something of that nature. If you want to travel and can't do those big trips, you know, do a little small trip somewhere in your area. Do an overnight. Sleep in your car if you have to.
Yeah.
Do something that puts you on the road towards that. But tenaciously go after it, piece by piece, doing things until you get those goals out of the way.
Yeah, start with small goals and work up. And I also think it's important to have not only long-term goals, but also short-term goals. Because with long-term goals, it helps you not feel so lost, like you don't really know where you're going or what's going to be next. And then if you have short-term goals, that helps to keep your days from just kind of evaporating and going away. If I don't have a couple of goals that I want to accomplish for the day, then before I know it, the day's gone, and I just feel like it was wasted. So I try every day to set a couple of goals, of just small goals of things that I want to make sure that I do that day, so I don't feel like the day's just gone away.
Yeah, I've done that many times. Like if I want to go on a hike the next day or something and I didn't get the things out and ready, I just kind of try to start doing that the next day, and before I know it, most of the day's gone. Then I get involved in something else and it just kind of slips away. So, you know, just doing that pre-planning, pre-preparing helps a lot. And as far as these long-range goals, I used to make kind of an amateur mistake of, I would just basically regurgitate everything down on a piece of paper that I wanted to accomplish in my life and outline it all, and that would be the New Year's resolutions, you know, things that I wanted to achieve and do. They weren't quite as bad as I'm making it sound, but it was definitely overwhelming, and it kind of put me in a position to where I wasn't getting much done. So I've learned how to whittle that down. And incidentally, my birthday falls like in the fall of the year towards the end, and I tend to use that as my day rather than the new year. I use that as the day that I do some introspection and just kind of thinking about where I'm at in life and what I want to do, and I think that it works for me. So whatever works for you, do it that way.
Yeah, but I think it's definitely important to have goals and make goals and not just want things, but to actually be willing to put action to the things that you want the most.
Yeah. For example, one of the goals that I want to set for a short-term goal is to step up my life coaching and consulting that I do. I'd really like to get more active in that. So that's kind of one of my short-term goals, and you have something that you're...
Yeah, I have a long-term goal that I'm trying to place into short-term pieces that I can do. I've always wanted to write something, but have never really kind of made that into a goal, and now I'm doing that. I'm actually making that into a goal and setting some pieces that I can do to eventually achieve that.
Yeah, and I'm proud of you for doing that. That's really awesome, and it really does help when you have someone to help and encourage you. So maybe you know, confiding in somebody about your goals, someone that you can trust to be supportive. But it really is about, you know, aiming at something, focusing, and then shooting.
Yeah.
You know, just that's kind of from my photography background, if you didn't pick up on that. But anyway, yeah, I've always said lack of focus blurs results. You've got to focus on things and just incrementally make them happen piece by piece.
Yep.
And how rewarding is it, you know,
Yeah.
to just achieve your goals? It just makes them so much easier. We often talk about like working out, you know, or losing weight or something like that. When we first start, that burn is miserable.
Yeah.
Miserable. All that stuff, the way we feel, we don't like it so much. It's outside of our comfort zone at the time. But it's not long after doing that that we actually crave that burn or want that feeling, because it's letting us know that we are achieving and moving forward with our goals. So let us know in the comments if there's any particular goal that you want to just put in writing, you know, and just act on it and get going. We'd really love to read about what other people have for goals. You know, maybe it's just starting a business or any of that kind of thing, or travel, whatever it is. You know, just leave us a little comment about it. We'd love to read it.
Yeah, and as always, don't forget to share, subscribe, and click on that little notification bell.
Thanks for watching.